After 5 years apart, I still reach for her side of the bed every morning. Even now, the sound of rain takes me back to the day she first shared her umbrella with me. Time should heal all wounds, but my heart never got the memo. What happens when the person who once felt like home becomes a stranger you still can't stop loving? My story isn't about dramatic betrayal or explosive endings, but something perhaps more painful, a love that slowly unraveled despite our best efforts to hold it together. For 8 years, we built a life brick by brick, only to watch it crumble when facing our first real test. Now, 5 years later, I'm still wondering if time really heals all wounds, or if some loves simply become ghosts we learn to live with, haunting the corners of our everyday lives. Before I dive deeper into my story, I want to welcome you all to X by X Confidential. This channel is dedicated to sharing real stories of love, loss, and everything in between. Now, let's continue with my journey of learning to live with a love that never died. I can't stop loving my ex-wife, even though we've been apart for 5 years now. Every morning at 6:15 a.m., I wake up and think about the hazelnut coffee we used to share on our little back porch in our house on that quiet street. The cup on the right side of the sink was always mine, the blue ceramic one with the chip on the handle that happened when I dropped it while washing dishes during our second anniversary. We met in college in that biology class during freshman year. I was the shy one who sat in the back row near the window, wearing my favorite worn-out green hoodie, while she always sat in the front row, raising her hand to answer every question. Her voice was confident and clear, making everyone listen. On a Tuesday afternoon in October, when the rain poured down so hard it sounded like drums on the campus buildings, she offered to share her red and white striped umbrella with me. Our shoulders touched as we walked across the quad, both of us getting half wet because the umbrella was too small for 2 people. That small kindness turned into study sessions at the corner table by the windows in the campus library, which turned into late night talks about our dreams at the 24-hour diner down the street, where we always ordered French fries with extra ketchup. After graduation in May, we moved into a tiny one-bedroom apartment downtown. The walls were too thin and we could hear the neighbor's TV playing game shows all night, but we didn't care. The bedroom barely fit our queen-sized mattress, and the bathroom sink always dripped no matter how tight we turned the handle. We were starting our life together with secondhand furniture and big dreams. I remember how we saved up for 6 months, putting aside $50 from each paycheck to buy our first real couch. It was olive green with 3 cushions and a little lumpy on the left side, but it was ours. We celebrated by eating takeout Chinese food sitting on our new couch, and I spilled soy sauce on the armrest, leaving a small stain that never came out. The wedding was small, just close family and 12 friends at that riverside park on a sunny Saturday in June. My mother cried during the ceremony while holding a handkerchief that belonged to my grandmother. Her father made everyone laugh with stories from her childhood during the reception under the white tent, especially the one about her getting stuck in a tree when she was 9. We danced our first dance to an old love song, stepping on each other's toes because neither of us knew how to dance properly. For 8 years, we built a life together in our small 2-bedroom house with the blue shutters and the creaky front porch steps. We had routines: grocery shopping at the local market on Sundays, movie nights with homemade popcorn on Fridays, and walks with our rescue dog in the neighborhood park on Saturday mornings. We had inside jokes that no one else understood, like whispering of purple elephants whenever one of us was nervous at social gatherings. We had plans to convert the spare bedroom into a nursery someday, with yellow walls and animal pictures. Then things started to change after her mother got sick with cancer. Small arguments about dirty dishes and unpaid bills turned into big fights about life goals and resentments. Silence filled the spaces where laughter used to be during our dinner time at the kitchen table. We both worked longer hours, me at the accounting firm downtown and her at the hospital, spending less time at home. The distance between us on our bed grew wider each night. I noticed she stopped telling me about her day or showing me funny text messages from her friends. I stopped sharing mine too. Our dog would look confused, going back and forth between us as if trying to bring us closer together. The day she told me she wanted a divorce was on our anniversary in March. It was raining heavily, just like the day we met 13 years earlier. I remember standing in our kitchen by the refrigerator covered with vacation photos and shopping lists, gripping the counter so hard my knuckles turned white. She had tears running down her cheeks but seemed so sure about her decision as she twisted her wedding ring off her finger and placed it on the table between us. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was steady when she said, "So I can't do this anymore. Now I live alone in a different apartment across town, with white walls I haven't bothered to decorate and windows that face another building. The shower water never gets hot enough, unlike our old house where the water would scald if you weren't careful. I've changed jobs and made new friends who don't know all the details of my past. From the outside, with my neat clothes and polite smile, I look like I've moved on. But at night, I still find myself reaching for the empty space next to me, remembering the sound of her laugh when I would tell a bad joke, the way she hummed old songs while cooking dinner in our small kitchen, how she always knew when I needed a hug without me saying a word, wrapping her arms around me from behind and resting her chin on my shoulder. People say time heals all wounds, but some days it feels like time has stopped at the moment she walked out the door with 2 suitcases and a box of books. I've made up my mind to live in memories of the lonesome times, looking through old photos hidden in my closet when no one is watching. It seems useless to fight it anymore, so I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday, replaying moments in my head like our first kiss under the streetlight, or the way she looked at me on our wedding day like I was her whole world. Thank you for listening to my story. It's not easy sharing these vulnerable parts of ourselves, but knowing someone out there might feel less alone makes it worth it. If you connected with this experience in any way, please smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch our next heartfelt confession. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a love that time couldn't heal, or do you believe everyone eventually moves on? Your stories and perspectives might help others who are still finding their way through similar pain. Until next time, this is X by X Confidential, reminding you that sometimes our deepest wounds become our greatest teachers.